Screech by Taran NCT on AO3. Episode 9, Chapter 9. I still can't believe I got first place in the assignment test, Izuku exclaimed. I mean, yeah, I know you keep saying I'm strong, but I don't think I ever really believed it. Keigo and Izuku were flying around aimlessly, shortly after the sun had set. Keigo had wanted to know all about Izuku's first day of school, and Izuku had wanted to go flying. They had spent an hour just racing each other, doing all sorts of complicated aerial maneuvers. But now, they were simply soaring, riding a breeze, not really going anywhere. Listen, Owlette, you're gonna have to get this through your thick skull someday. You are amazing. Keigo set one of his feathers to ruffle Izuku's hair. Hey! Izuku complained light-heartedly as he swiped at the feather. They were a far distance apart, close enough that their raptor hearing to make the conversation easy, but far enough so that they couldn't collide in midair. There are so many talented students in my class, Izuku continued. There's this one girl who has super hearing. I think her quirk was called the earphone jack. She has little jacks at the end of her earlobes, and she could plug them into things. And she could even amplify her heartbeat into a massive sound wave. That does sound cool. You said super hearing, right? That'd be awesome for recon. Not enough heroes out there with sensory amplification quirks. Recon is starting to struggle. There are a few in my class alone who would be great at recon. There's the girl with the earphone jack, but there's also an invisible girl, a boy with 6 arms, and he could replace the hands with other body parts, like extra eyes, ears, mouth, probably even noses. Another boy can talk to animals. Imagine sending a mice or birds to gather intelligence. Izuku did a quick barrel roll and got a bit closer to Keigo. My classmates really are awesome, Izuku started. I was thinking for a while that I didn't compare to them. After a while, though, and before Toshi even realized how I was feeling, I started to realize I was doing okay as well. I mean, Izuku paused for a moment, thinking, and then said, Ida has engines in his legs. He was able to finish the 50-meter dash in just over 3 seconds. Keigo whistled, impressed. I beat his time. Holy crap, Owlette! You've been holding out on me? That's amazing! Keigo exclaimed. We had an endurance run, and I tied with Yaoyorozu. She was able to create a bike, so she wasn't using much energy to do the run. And, well, owls are really good gliders, so I wasn't using much energy either. I got a simply higher score than Shoji on the grip test, and he's got 6 arms. The only reason I didn't get first place on the ball throw, I got 874.2 meters, was because Uraraka has a zero gravity quirk and threw her ball into the stratosphere. We keep telling you, baby bird. Will you start listening to us now? Maybe? Izuku murmured. Maybe you guys have a point. Izuku took a deep breath and started to turn back in the direction of where he lived with his new family. Keigo? Yeah, little chick? When do you think I could get a special license to go flying on my own? Keigo squawked in offense. You don't like flying with me anymore? Izuku laughed. No, it's not like that, you dumb pigeon. It's just, you're not available every night. And Hizashi has been trying to find a self-care thing that helps me relax. You know, like a bubble bath or meditation or essential oils or video games or something. You're a bird. The answer is kind of obvious, yeah. Man, is that hair of his to constipate for something? Keigo winced as Izuku shot the lightest screech possible at him. More of the equivalent of a smack, upside the head. Okay, no teasing your dad. Got it. Sashi is one of the best ever. He's my second favorite hero. And talking about him like that will drop you down from my number 3 to number... I don't know, but way lower than 3. Izuku pouted. Legast, my baby bro. I'm only number 3 to you? But we're both birds. Keigo darted to close to Izuku and grabbed him in a hug, causing them both to start dropping out of the sky. Izuku gave him a deadpan look. Keigo, if we go splat, I'm gonna torment you in the next life. Keigo laughed and let him go, both birds settling their flight again. And no, you are not. Nor have you ever been my favorite. That's always been Shouta. Izuku glanced back to Keigo, contemplating if he wanted to say the next part or not. Then decided, why not? I was always told to act quirkless. I still wanted to be a hero, but I thought I had to be a quirkless one. Eraserhead fights quirkless, basically, so I wanted to be like him. I started following him, just watching him work, long before you even made your debut. Actually, the only reason you're my number 3 is because you are a bird like me. Okay, I get why Eraser's your number 1. But why am I not your number 2? Keigo pouted. Who's your number 2 if it's not me? Present Mike? Duh. Ugh, why him? He's not a bird. I don't care how much that hair of his makes him look like a cockatiel. He's not one. No, but he's got a voice. And his radio station, he does a lot of show for quirk discrimination. Izuku gives Keigo a meaningful side-eye. He also gives better hugs than you do. He does not, Keigo said indignantly. My hugs are big and fluffy. And I also wrap you in my wings. I give the best hugs. Can he hug you in a free fall? I don't think so. Keigo shot forward to hug Izuku again, but Izuku laughed, and another game of aerobatic tag began. The next day was a normal school day. They started with homeroom and then quickly moved on to other academic classes. Izuku was impressed to see that his teachers were all as competent as Hizashi, as Mike Sensei was. Izuku had to constantly remind himself that he was Mike Sensei, not Hizashi, while at school. He thought it would be simple to differentiate the two, but a lot of his confident lessons with Hizashi were with him in his hero outfit, so Izuku had started being able to see the bits of Hizashi that peeked out. But all of his teachers were just as good as Mike Sensei, and none of them treated him like a failure. They don't know you're a waste of space. Izuku winced slightly. It had been a while since he last heard the voice so clearly. Great. You'll always be useless. Why would you ever think you'd be rid of me? Maybe you'll try to call up his therapist after school. His next appointment isn't until Thursday, but maybe a quick call will help? Or he could always just talk to Toshi while they waited for Shouta and Hizashi to finish their days. Don't be stupid. He would rather spend his time with his boyfriend. You really want to deprive him of that? No, Izuku doesn't want to get in the way of that. Izuku realized he was starting to hunch in on himself and actively sat back. Hizashi said that he should pay attention to his body language. When he portrays himself as weak and pathetic, he makes himself feel that way. Sitting up straight, shoulders back, a confident position, that can help to quiet the little voice in the back of his head. And it did. Izuku let out a small smile. A smile that got bigger when he noticed that Mike Sensei had noticed and was beaming at him with pride. He'd still call his therapist later today, but maybe he'll try to talk to Hitoshi if his therapist doesn't have time to chat. Vital trials. That's stupid, but at least he'd get to wear his hero costume. Shouta helped design it. Opening his case, Izuku grinned at the costume that was an upgraded version of his old Vigilante outfit. He had a dark gray long-sleeved armored shirt with a black and gray flight jacket, similar to Keigo's, but a tighter fit. He had a visor like Keigo's, since it was highly practical for a bird, but unlike Keigo's, his had a setting to dim or lighten to protect his light-sensitive eyes. Izuku also had fingerless gloves that had reinforced knuckles, and on his belt was a collapsible bow staff. His pants were black and tucked into his dark gray steel-toe combat boots. The only weapon Izuku had on him was the staff, but with his talons, gloves, and Screech, Izuku wasn't sure he needed more. And if he did, well, Shouta said he could always add more to the costume. He walked out to join the rest of the class and listened to All Might introduce the activity. Toshi nudged Izuku. Is he actually reading from a script? He whispered. Izuku laughed lightly. Yeah, looks like it. Shouta hummed softly. He just said he would be drawing partners by lots. Is that laziness? Or is he doing it for the legitimate reasons of heroes sometimes needing to pair up with whoever is available? You're so pretty, Sho. Hitoshi cheesed, causing Izuku to giggle. That had been one of Izuku's favorite insults Shouta would say to Hizashi, and one that Hitoshi picked up on, and meant along the lines of, it's okay you're dumb, you're still pretty. And they only ever said it in jest. Everyone knew Shouta and Hizashi were extremely smart. I think he didn't bother to read anyone's file, Izuku said quietly, and doesn't know anyone's names. This is his way of acting as if he knows what he's doing. Hitoshi nodded. Hopefully we don't get paired up with anyone too bad. Everyone is really cool, though, Izuku said. I bet any of them would be a good person to team up with. Well, he paused for a second. Anyone except Bakugou. When the names were picked, Izuku was a little bummed to see he was paired up with Uraraka. Well, okay, he would rather be paired up with either Hitoshi or Shouta. She wouldn't be a bad match, so it'll be fine. He was absently paying attention to the other pairs, and felt a little bad for Ida when he was paired with Bakugou. That was going to be a rough match. He felt bad for whichever team ended up going against them. Bakugou wouldn't listen to Ida. He already thinks he's a stuck-up idiot. So no matter what team they're up against, Ida's essentially going to be in the way of Bakugou. Oh, wonderful. So his team is going up against Bakugou's team. Great. Bakugou's going to kill him. At least you already know you're going to die. He probably won't go after Uraraka. Just you. As Izuku walked over to his partner, he decided that this was probably one of the times he could, or rather should, be Screech. He got 3 years of combat experience. He should be good. Screech is strong. Wait, no. Keigo said not to talk about Screech as a separate person. He is Screech. Uraraka. Izuku walked up to his partner. Midoriya, let's do our best. She smiled brightly. Izuku gave her a small smile back. When we get started, Bakugou's gonna come straight to me. He's gonna expect us walking in the front door. Okay, well, if we're gonna go in the front door, should we split up? Izuku let loose his Cheshire grin. He was starting to pick up from Shouta. Who said we were going to go in from the front door? Prediction? Just a small prediction. I feel like not Shigaraki. What the fuck? Where did he come from? No, I feel like this is the moment where Bakugou's gonna get expelled. He's gonna take it too far. He's gonna get expelled, right? And this is his villainy arc, his expulsion, his villainy arc, because Gifted Boy didn't think, whatever, whatever. Point taken is, he's gonna get expelled. Very interesting. So Hitoshi and Shouta are already dating. I think. I kind of forgot that they were a ship. Yeah, Hitoshi and Shouta are a ship. I kind of forgot about that. My thing that I'm gonna find very interesting is Izuku and Dinky. Izuku x Dinky. That's a very interesting dynamic there. How's that gonna happen? Well, what's going on there? It's gonna be a moment where it's like, oh, it's a nice ship, but like it's not really a thing that I'm gonna look forward to or anything like that. Or is it gonna be a Dinky x Bakugou moment where all of nowhere I'm like, fuck, I think I ship this. So we're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna stay tuned. I know I haven't been uploading on a regular basis. I'm gonna try to fix that up. I've been busy, obviously, with work, trying to figure out some other YouTube things that I have going on that I'm gonna go insane with, and obviously writing my fan fiction. I've just been busy, but as I said, I'm gonna try to at least upload every other day. at the very least, right? It might not be daily like I used to, but every other day, and I'll try. It's what I can do. It's what I'm trying to do, and stuff like that. But yeah, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.